Hello yogis! Today we will be doing a Hatha flow. So holding postures for a little bit longer, not so much vinyasa, moving quickly from pose to pose with breath, but jumping from pose to pose and holding in those postures. So I hope you enjoy it. Today we will only need a set of blocks or 2 books and grab some water and a towel. I'll see you on your mats. Alright, we are going to get started lying on our backs, but go ahead, get your blocks and move them towards the front edge of your mat. Once you have your blocks moved, go ahead and lay it all the way down. Flat on your back, legs out in front. Take a nice big stretch. Inhale, arms up overhead. And either leaving your arms here, exhale your arms back down by your side. Let your eyes close, space soften. Listen to the sound of your breath. Notice anything that's hanging out in your body or in your mind. Is there anything you need to let go of today? If there is, take a nice big inhale in through your nose. Keep that thing in your mind as you let it go through your mouth. Take this breath as many times as you need to really let go of that thing. And in its place, is there an intention for your practice? Is there a reason you're here? Something you're seeking? And with every inhale, inviting that into your body. Into your mind. And let your mind rest. Bring your focus back on your breathing. If you've been practicing the pranayama exercises I've posted, we're going to move into our ujjayi breath. If you're not sure what that is, just breathe in and out naturally. So find your ujjayi breath for today. Find a length of breath, evening out inhales and exhales. Five more rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, if your arms are not up overhead, lift them up all the way back. Rest them down on the floor. Stack your left hand on top of your right and walk your heels over towards the right corner of your mat. Cross your left ankle over. Lift your upper body up and then over towards the right corner as well, creating a banana shape, banana asana pose. Continue with your breath pattern, your ujjayi breath if you have it. Allowing some opening through your left side body. Starting to warm up your obliques on your right side. Inhale, arms, upper body come back to center. And then uncross left leg, legs come back to center. Stack your right hand on top of your left hand. Walk heels over towards the left corner of your mat. Cross your right ankle over. Upper body lifts, hips stay rooted on your mat. And hands come over towards the left. Inhale your upper body back. And legs come back. Next, exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, rock side to side. Release your feet down on your mat and walk your heels close toward your sit bones. Feet are hip width apart. Hands planted down by your sides. Palms press into the mat. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Leave your head rooted just as your feet are rooted. And on your inhale, lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Exhale, hips come down. Core is nice and engaged. 2 more rounds of this breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, lift. Tighten your lowest core. Exhale, release. We'll do that 3 more times. Next option, we can add our arms. So as we inhale, head is planted, feet are planted. We inhale, lift our hips, lift our arms up overhead as well. Palms facing up. Exhale, palms come back down, hips come down. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Inhale, hips up. Keep the core engaged. Exhale, arms come back down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, everything back down. Draw your knees back into your chest. 1 more big rock side to side. Either coming onto one hip to press yourself up, meeting into plank, or we rock and roll our way up, roll over our knees, and come back into our plank pose. We can start in modified plank on the edge of our kneecaps if that's more comfortable, or come straight into our full plank. We'll be there for 3 rounds of breath once we get settled. So fingers are wide. If the toes are touched, the heels are high, and then press up, create space through your shoulder blades. And then imagine hugging your shoulder blades together. So no movement, just muscles hugging. And to finish those 3 rounds of breath, we find our downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here, either in stillness or movement. Fingertips are still nice and wide. Keep that press. Lengthening and strengthening our back here. Next, inhale, we roll back out to plank. 3 rounds of breath. Puff up your upper back, protraction in the shoulders. And then our next exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. Feel the heat you're generating in your body. 1 more time. Inhale back up to plank. 3 rounds of breath. Lower down onto the edge of your knees if you need to. Heels are high. Once we finish those, exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more rounds of breath, either in stillness or movement. Next, inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale through and between your hands, low lunge. So edge of that back knee. Right knee is stacked over right ankle, and this is where we can grab one of our blocks. We're going to take a twist for 3 rounds of breath. If closed twists are not for us today, either for digestive reasons, if you are on your cycle, closed twists can add a whole lot of pressure. So you can make this an open twist, opening up towards the side, the left side. If we want to close this twist, we drop our left hand, right hand comes onto our thigh, and we open. Opening up towards the side. 2 more rounds of breath. Come back to center. Hands come down. Find your plank pose. 1 inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Exhale through in between your hands, low lunge again. So we can make this an open twist towards the right side, or we can close it up. Right hand down, left hand on thigh, and we twist. Breathe here. Next, exhale, hands come down. Find your plank pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 1 round of breath here just to relax. This is our resting pose. If we need a child's pose, we can take it. But we'll inhale back out to plank. Option, again, on knees or not. We'll do 2 side dips. So inhale to the top, protraction in the shoulders. Exhale towards the right. Inhale to center. Exhale towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Drop down to your knees so you can lower your forearms. Come into a forearm plank. Inhale here at center. Exhale towards the right. Inhale, center. Exhale towards the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, send your hips high. Walk your toes in. Dolphin pose. Stack your shoulders over your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, come forward. Drop to your knees. Widen them out. Child's pose. Feel that stretch through your shoulders. Rest here for 2 rounds of breath. When you're ready, inhale, come up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up towards the sky, and then bring it through in between your hands. Walk your back foot up. So we're setting up for pyramid pose, intense side stretch. Our feet, the back foot will be angled out a little bit, and the front toes will be facing forward. We want to have as much space between our feet as our hips are. So my feet are a little bit wider. Hands come to hips. Press in with both feet. Hug your thighs together. Hands come back behind you. Grab alternate elbows. Chest is high, shoulders are back. Core drawn in. Inhale here. And exhale, we hinge. We want to keep a long line in our body. And we pause here for 3 rounds of breath. Keep that core, maybe even lowering the chest a little bit more. Keep pressing in with your big toes. Inhale, rise up. Turn both feet to face the left. Widen your feet. Arms come up towards the sky, big stretch here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Hands come back behind your hips. Interlace your fingers. Pull your shoulders back. Inhale here. And exhale, we fold. So from here, we really want to pull our shoulder blades together while we let our head hang. So keeping the lift instead of collapsing down into our shoulders. Next, inhale, come up halfway, release the hands down towards the hips. Exhale, hands come down. We'll take a twist here. So if your hands do not reach the earth comfortably, grab your block or book. Right hand comes underneath your nose. Inhale, left arm up. One more round of breath. And then exhale, left hand comes down. We turn our feet to face the front of the mat. Drop the left knee down. Come down onto the right knee as well. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up. Exhale, foot comes in between your hands. Step your right foot up a little bit and then lift your body. So creating that pyramid pose on this side. Take your time, get your feet adjusted. Both hips are forward. Start to engage your core. And then again, we're gonna reach around for our elbows, but we wanna switch which arm is on top. So the awkward way. Draw those shoulders back, create space in your chest. Again, focus in on that core. Without locking your knees, inhale, find length. And exhale, we hinge forward. Good, pausing where our bodies need to pause and stop. And then maybe on the next exhale, we can lower a bit more. One more round of breath. Good, from here, both toes face towards the right side. And we widen the legs. Release your arms, lift them up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we fold. Good. Fingers come towards our low back. Interlace your fingers and then change the cross of your pointer finger and thumb. So again, coming into that awkward cross. Inhale, half lift. Draw your shoulder blades back and together. Exhale, we fold. So keep the lift through your hands to create space. Inhale, halfway lift. Drop your hands back down to your low back. And exhale, release. Taking that side twist, left hand is down. Inhale, right arm up. Should feel a nice, good stretch to the inner of our left leg. Exhale, hands come down. Good. Face the front of your mat again. Left leg is forward. Drop that right knee down. Draw the left knee back. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more rounds of breath here. If we need a bit more of a break, we drop down into that child's pose. 2 more rounds of breath. And next, inhale, come out into your plank. Shift forward over your fingertips. Exhale, lower all the way down. Good. From here, hands are underneath shoulders. Snuggle your hands in close. Tops of the feet press down, cobra pose. Inhale, lift your body. Shoulder blades are pulling back, strengthening the muscles that line our spine. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Last cobra. Now, if we felt that enough in our back, we're just going to stick with cobra poses, or if we need a break, get a nice stretch through our core, then we come into Sphinx pose. Elbows are underneath shoulders, arms are parallel with the sides of the mat. If we want more shoulder stretching, back strengthening, then we're going to lower back down. Interlace our fingers. Draw the shoulders up and back. Press the tops of your feet in. And then on your inhale, you lift. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Hold for 2 rounds of breath. Exhale, release. Good job. Go ahead and lift your feet up. Sway your legs side to side. And we need to do that 1 more time to get the opposite cross of our fingers. So I'll come back to center, drop your legs. Interlace your fingers and then change the cross. Once you've got that, draw your shoulder blades up and back. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, release. Next time we lift for 2 rounds of breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good job. Bend your knees, sway your legs side to side. Rest your right cheek down on your mat. 1 more pose here. So option, we can come into that Sphinx pose, that supported cobra, resting our forearms down. Or we can come into locust pose. So we want to bring our palms face down on our mat. So little rotation in our shoulders here. And then snuggle our hands underneath our thighs so that a part of our arm is underneath our hips. Now, bring your chin down onto your mat. Press in with the tops of your feet. Tuck your tailbone in and down. And then inhale here. Exhale, lift your right leg up. 2 rounds of breath. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Keep the press in with your hands as you exhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, release. Good. Lift your hips up towards the sky and then release your hands from underneath your body. Palms face up, bend your elbows. Rest your left cheek down on your mat. Bend your knees and sway your legs side to side. Chin comes back to center. Arms come underneath your shoulders. Press up. And then exhale, child's pose. Give your body a sway side to side. Those stretches are a lot on our arms. So give your arms time to adjust. If you need to sit up and just sway your arms, you can do that. Finding hero's pose. Hips seated on heels, knees together. All right, when we're ready, we will meet back up into plank for 1 round of breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, foot comes in between your hands. Swivel your left heel down. And then rise up, warrior 2. So those back toes are facing the left side of your mat. And right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Arms come out towards the sides. From here, with our inhale, we want to press our fingers out. And on our exhale, we're just going to hug our shoulder blades together. Good. Inhale, fingertips pull. Exhale, shoulder blades come together. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale, shoulder blades come together. Keep that hug. Inhale, front leg straightens. Exhale, little hinge. Without popping your hips, just rest your hand on your inner thigh. Keep that pull of the shoulder blades. Good. Inhale here. Exhale. 3 more rounds of breath. Gaze comes up towards the sky or up towards your left hand. Keep your core nice and engaged. For our last round of breath, we can inhale, both arms up overhead, strengthening our core and our spine. And then inhale, rise back up to warrior 2. Exhale, hands come down. Good, step back to plank. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. We bring that left foot through. Find warrior 2 again. Arms come out towards the side. Every inhale, we're lengthening those fingertips. Every exhale, we're hugging the shoulder blades in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the hug of your shoulders. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale without popping anything. Hinge your body down. Right arm comes up, gaze lifts. For our last round of breath, option to lift those arms up, strengthening our core. And then inhale back up, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill your hands down, step back to plank, and lower your knees. Good. Coming into tabletop pose, take some cat-cows here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round through your spine. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, roll back out to plank. And then step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward. Bring your feet together. Drop your hips down. Inhale, lift up, chair pose. Option 1, arms are up towards the sky. We're strengthening our spine, our core. Option 2, if we're tired, hands heart center. Inhale here. Exhale. Good, one more time. Inhale here. Exhale. Next breath, go ahead and fold all the way down. We're doing hand to foot pose. So we're gonna slip our hand palm face up underneath the sole of our foot. We can bend our knees as much as we need to get here. If this is uncomfortable, we can always bring hands towards the backs of our calves. From here, we're gonna rock our hips forward so it feels like we're about to fall over. Tailbone is back and up towards the sky. Rest your head down. Find length through your shoulders and your arms. Bend your knees. Release your hands out. Come up onto your tippy toes. Knees are bent. And then find a seat. Widen your feet. So wide angle pose. Feet are wide. Core is nice and strong to hold us up here. Inhale. Exhale over towards the right. 2 rounds of breath. Draw your toes up towards the sky. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Draw your legs together. And then exhale, we fold. Now, from here, I want us to get our hands again on the bottom of our feet. So if we need to bend our knees, we bend our knees. Drop your head down. And then pull your hands with your feet pressing forward. Inhale, lift up your chest. Hands come down by your hips. Send your hips forward, lower down. Good, knees draw into your chest, rock side to side. Drop your heels down. Bring them in as close as you can, and then scooch them out a little bit forward. Feet are hip width apart again. Inhale, arms come up towards the sky, hips stay low, and cross your right arm over your left. Option one, we just hug our shoulders here. Option two, we find a variation of eagle arms. So backs of the hands together, or reaching around for the palms of the hands. Puff your shoulder blades out, and then rest your shoulder blades back down, chin tucks in. And as you inhale, lift your hips. We'll stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Exhale, release your hips down. Arms come up and back behind you. A big stretch here. Exhale, lower your hands back down. Other side. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Cross your left arm over your right. And find your variation. Drop your shoulders back down. And then inhale, lift your hips. 3 rounds of breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Rock your knees. Let your legs fall over towards the left side. Top leg extends out, so right leg extends out. Left hand reaches for your right foot. Right arm comes up towards the sky. Both shoulders are still resting. If we cannot do this comfortably, then just keep your knees bent and stacked on one another. Gaze can come over to the left or over towards the right. Breathe here. Next, exhale, release your foot, rebend your knees. Right arm comes down, knees come back to center. Rock side to side. Drop your legs over towards the right. Left leg starts to straighten out. Right arm reaches for it. Left arm comes up overhead. Gaze can be in whichever direction you like. Continue to breathe. Next, exhale, rebend your leg. Drop your left arm, knees come back to center. Give yourself one more big hug. Take any other posture you need to get ready for our final resting pose. When you're ready, finding whichever posture feels best for you. If you'd like to take a reverse shavasana, lying on your belly, hands stacked underneath your forehead, feel free to take that. If you want knees bent, feet off towards the sides of the mat, knees together, you can take that as well. Any variation at all that feels nice, where you can rest and relax. You can even take a seat with eyes closed. Take this time for you to rest, to digest these postures. To let your mind, your body, your breath, everything just be. No need to control anything at all. And I'll wake us up at the end with the singing bowl. rest for as long as you like. If you're ready to begin to move on with the rest of your day, deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, maybe take a couple more of those banana shapes side to side. Roll over onto your right or left side. Remind yourself of your intention as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Once you get there, rest your hands on top of your knees. Draw your chin to your chest and close your eyes. Check back in with your body. Check back in with your mind. And send some gratitude. Reflecting on all that you've done with it in this practice. And then thanking yourself. And as you inhale, lift your gaze and arms up towards the sky. Hands come together, exhale, thumbs down, gaze down to heart. Inhale, lift your gaze back up. Thank you so much for letting me guide you in your practice today. I pray that you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste.